Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to make this video real quick because it was on my mind and I'm trying to make more content. But I don't make content, so if I kind of just look off or I hardly ever make eye contact, please just bear with me. But what I wanted to talk about is relationships and not like romantic specifically, although it's going to touch on that, but just the people that you keep in your life, that you willingly choose to keep in your life. And so I saw this quote, or I saw this thread on Instagram that said like 7 signs that you're with the wrong person. It was talking about romantically. And the first three are like, whatever, I don't care. Those are just communication issues. You can easily fix those if you just communicate with your partner, and figure out the needs and put in a little bit of work. But there was one that has really bothered me because I've kind of dealt with that a little bit, and I've had friends talk to me about it, especially new friends, when they get passionate about something and then it kind of gets shot down. But the quote was, "Your sign that you're with the wrong person is when they make you feel stupid and weird for having certain hobbies and interests." And I have had friends, especially new ones, like I said, start talking about something and then kind of trail off and be like, oh, but like you probably don't want to listen to that or it's boring. And it's like, to me, being passionate about something is like really cool. When somebody starts talking about something they're passionate about, to me, it's that's all I want to do. It's like it can be about anything, and I just love listening to it. And it makes me so sad when I see people, especially in real life, talking about something and they feel like people aren't paying attention because they don't care or whatever. And it breaks my heart. And so I mean, the main message is just don't let people stay in your life if they make you feel bad about your interests and hobbies. Like life is too short to do that. For me personally, I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. I haven't worn this shirt in like 3 or 4 years. I want to say like 3 or 4 years. And I bought this in high school, and I would wear it all the time in high school. And it's got Pokemon all over it. And I was just happened to be lucky enough to have found a group of friends who kind of embraced that, who didn't judge me for it, who weren't ashamed to be seen with the kid wearing the Pokemon shirt and the Charizard hat, which I don't have anymore. I gave it away, um, to somebody else because I wasn't wearing it, and she likes it a lot more. But I was lucky in that I had found a group early on in high school that didn't judge me for my interests and shared those interests and were not ashamed to be seen with the kid dressing like a huge nerd. And something that really struck me when somebody reached out to me, I had a couple of people reach out and talk about how they've had to cut out, friends who did this, who made them feel bad about their interests. And I didn't really ask for a lot of details because it's personal stuff. I'm here to support. I'm not here to probe. If they want to tell me, great. If they don't, also fine. But shout out to my man Robert, who said this: cutting a bully like that out, because that's what it often amounts to, is also so liberating when working on forgiving myself and eventually them. And I have been on a journey recently of self love and just showing yourself the kindness that you deserve. And that just really struck me, because when you have people in your life who knock you down for your interests, who don't let you express yourself in your most raw, emotional, vulnerable way about something that you care about, then I feel like a lot of people start to internalize it and they kind of like recede, and they they just start to care about it less, or feel like they can't talk about it. They don't feel like they don't have the safe space. And he said, working on forgiving myself and eventually them. And I feel like that's something that we can all do, is forgive ourselves for not treating us with the kindness that we deserve. When that happens, and I don't know for how long for his case this was happening, but you lose a lot of love for yourself. You're not talking about what you're passionate about is an expression of love. It's communication of yourself to somebody else in some way. And it's important to forgive yourself for putting up with that, for so long. It's important to go back and give yourself that love that you deserve, because you do deserve it, because you deserve to be around people who care about your interests, who care about your hobbies, who support you. And when you surround yourself with people who don't, you lose out on a lot of that love that you give to yourself, because you feel like there's something with you, something wrong with you. You know, you're weird for liking it. And I just really wanted to talk about that, because it's something that's bothered me for a really long time. And I understand it's difficult, but I definitely recommend to anybody who is friends with somebody who doesn't support your interests, who makes you feel weird about it, makes you feel bad about them, to my first instinct is to say to reevaluate whether or not you want to be friends with them. But maybe the more diplomatic approach would be to talk to them, open up a dialogue, and just express how you've been feeling, how what they say makes you feel. And you know, if they change their ways and they start to support you more, that's great. That's a great friendship, you know, based on communication and mutual respect, because that's also what it's about. It's about respect. But you know, if they don't change their ways, don't put up with it. Don't put up with it. It's not worth, you know, the mental and emotional and eventually the physical effects if you're constantly surrounded by people who make you feel bad about what you care about. And I just think that's just not okay. So yeah, give yourself the love that you deserve. Give yourself retroactive love for all the times that you didn't love yourself. And just, you know, don't be afraid to be passionate, and don't be afraid to share your love with other people, because eventually you will find people who support you. And if you're watching this video, because I'm not going to put this whole bunch of places, but if you're watching this video, you know, this is a safe space. You can come to me if you have something you're passionate about, a project, or just an achievement. You can talk to me. Hit my line. I support you 100%. But you will find people who care. And sometimes it just takes time, and sometimes it takes hurt, but that's just part of the journey. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you watched this far, if you haven't, thanks for watching. However long, it's kind of just ranting. I don't really have a script or anything, just like a little outline and some quotes. But yeah, catch you around.